Okay. What's up, family? We made it. You're tuning into the last episode of this season. I know it's only episode 4 of All Legal Fetti Presents. I do gotta tell you, it's been a wild ride. So far, we talked about everything from failure to time management, from turning ideas into businesses, how to stay motivated when the grind gets tough. And if you've been with me since day one, I just want to thank you for rocking out with me. If you're now tuning in, welcome to the party. It's about to get real. Today on this episode, we're talking about something that I feel is the ultimate key to building a successful business and living the life you want. Legacy. Yeah, I'm talking about what we're really leaving behind and what we're building. How to turn our hustles into something bigger than just a paycheck or a viral moment. We're talking about the long-term vision today. To kick it off, when you start a business, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind. You're hustling, you're making money, you're building your brand. But how often do you stop and think about what you're actually building? Yeah, you might want to make a few bucks. You might want to get the freedom that comes with owning your own business. But what's the bigger picture? So I'm talking about your legacy. When we talk about legacy, we're not talking about just passing down a business to your kids. We're talking about the mark you leave on the world. How your business impacts people, how it solves a problem, how it changes lives, and how it reflects the values that you hold dear to heart. See, I used to think legacy was something reserved for people like Oprah or Jay-Z. Like you had to be a billionaire to leave a legacy. But that's a misconception. Legacy isn't just about money. It's about influence. It's about making a difference. It's about building something that will outlast you. So I want everyone to ask themselves, what's the impact of your hustle? Are you just grinding for the now? Am I building something that'll continue to thrive, grow, and help others long after I'm gone? Looking to build a business with a purpose? Meet TNYC Purpose Pro, the platform that helps entrepreneurs create brands with a lasting impact. Whether you're launching your first business or scaling up, TNYC Purpose Pro gives you the tools to build a legacy that matters. Sign up today and start making a difference with your hustle. Now, when we're talking about building a legacy, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of overnight success. You know those stories where someone goes viral and blows up overnight? But the truth is, that's the exception, not the rule. The long game is where the real magic happens. Think about it. Every successful business you admire, every entrepreneur who made it big, they didn't do it with a get-rich-quick mentality. They played the long game. The long game means making decisions today that will pay off years from now. It's about building relationships that will last, creating products and services that are timeless, and staying true to your mission, even when the things get tough. It's really about thinking beyond the next paycheck and asking yourself, how can I make an impact that will last? One of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make is chasing a shiny object. They want instant validation, instant sales, instant success. And when they don't get that, they jump to the next thing. That's the short game. But the long game, that's where the growth is. The long game is about being patient, staying consistent, and sticking to your principles. Tired of playing the short game? Start thinking long-term with TNYC Visionary, the platform that helps you plan and build a sustainable business with impact. Get tools, resources, and guidance to create a business that stands the test of time. Visit tnycvisionary.com and start building the future you want today. So here we are, episode 4. We talked about hustling, grinding, failing, and now building. But what happens when you hit that final hurdle? What happens when you made it through the tough times, when you learned your lessons, And now you're at the point you have to ask yourself, what's next? This is where the real work starts. Building a legacy isn't just about surviving, it's about evolving. If you've been in the game for a minute, you probably noticed that things change. The markets shift. Your audience changes. The way people consume content, buy products, and make decisions is all evolving. And guess what? If you want your legacy to grow, you have to grow with it. You got to be adaptable, stay ahead of the curve, and constantly reinvent yourself. That doesn't mean abandoning your core values or chasing trends. It really means understanding that in order for your legacy to last, you have to continue learning and evolving as an entrepreneur. I can tell you this, the best entrepreneurs I know don't stop when they get comfortable. They keep pushing, keep adapting, and keep striving for something bigger. They keep their eyes on a long-term vision, and they do it with intention. Ready to take your hustle to the next level? Introducing TNYC Legacy Leap, the program designed to help entrepreneurs scale their businesses and make a lasting impact. With expert mentorship, growth strategies, and a community of like-minded hustlers, TNYC Legacy Leap is your guide to building a business that thrives for generations. Visit tnyclegacyleap.com to learn more. So as I close out this episode, I want to leave one last thought. Your hustle matters. The work you're putting in today is shaping your tomorrow. Don't forget to think about your legacy, though. Not just in terms of money or business, but in terms of impact. What will people remember you for? What will your work say about you? What you believe in? The kind of change you want to make in the world. When I started All Legal Fetti Presents, I didn't want to just talk about business. I wanted to talk about the journey, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And through it all, I hope you walked away with something that makes your hustle more meaningful. I want to thank you all for tuning in, for the support, for the feedback, and for being part of this journey. This isn't the end, it's just the beginning. I'll be back for season 2, bigger, better, and ready to keep pushing. So until then, take care of yourselves, keep building, and remember, you're not just hustling for the money, you're hustling to leave a legacy. Peace out, y'all. All Legal Fetti.